Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm just a builder here. Well, I kind of got some bad news. The saucer will have to put together again. The top part's fine. It's the bottom part is that when I was gluing both sides together, I pushed in the bottom clear piece. So we'll have to do that again. So I cleaned up as best I could. The saucer section itself is okay. I did pry it up, so it's one of those things that, in my case, have got to do again sometimes. So, yay! Well, it's not perfect. Now, for those people who do get it, like, to where they want it, that's impressive. Like me, it's like, well, we're here. Let's keep going. So, that's glued in properly this time. And that's that. Glue. Got some glue here. Let's go. I'm just going to do the same thing. Now beware if you try to do this that you might pull a plug out of here. That piece. From here. As you can see, it's missing right there. That's right in there. So, that kind of sucks. Okay. I have to do this quickly. Again, I'm just dipping my brush that's on the top here for my liquid cement. I'll just put it in there, drop it into the spot. Then I'll quickly go around with this and just go around the edge of the saucer, make sure like it all gets the space. Just try to do it quickly as you can so it doesn't dry up, I guess. So that's that. We have that. There, right in there. Just make sure you get everything in. This is the hardest part about pieces like this, saucer section at least. So it says hold it there for about 20 seconds. I'll hold there for just a little bit longer. What I will do is I'll go around with a brush. That is, because on this thing, the brush is attached to the head, attached to the top of the cement thing. I'll just go around it so it melts the glue. I mean, not the glue. It melts the paint, but then when it melts it, but then when it dries, it turns into like a glue paint of sorts. So got some Star Trek music on there. Last one I didn't. I don't know why. So I've also got a treat for those of you who are watching. So I'll treat after I get this done here. That should do it. Yeah, except for that. I love Star Trek. Just that part in season 3 when the Enterprise D comes right out of space dock and they're launching it. That theme, you go look it up. It is perfect for that theme. The old one is good, but this one, it's like what they did with the Jurassic Park theme. It was good, but then they made it better. Exactly what they did with this. It's a beautiful theme at the beginning when it first aired. It's a beautiful theme right now. And what it does is this liquid stuff also fills in the gaps a little bit. It's not going to look perfect in the end, but honestly, like I said, things like this is never going to be perfect, but you do what you can in those circumstances. Oh, listen to that beautiful theme. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. Now, as a content creator, you can go back and look at videos, but it says copyright on the first one. If anyone who's a YouTuber can tell me that. I'm guessing he didn't like that I was listing off the music. That's the only thing I can think of, because I did that in the first video. Someone over at YouTube probably didn't like that. So I won't label anything, but I will talk about Star Trek. Now, if any one of you want a link to this, if you have Spotify, I will put that in I'll put that in the description. No, actually, I'll just put it in the comment there. I'll just put it in the pin. I'll just put it in a comment. Make it easier for some of you guys. I got a vice script. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I have masking tape to help me with that. Hopefully it does what I'm hoping it'll do. If any of you have ever heard of Star Trek Online, I have a playlist dedicated to Star Trek stuff, like lore, other tidbits and small things, and I guess on that one video was Star Trek Day, and there's a fleet museum of the ships, of each of those ships, and not many of you probably have a computer. Well, most people probably do, or tablet. So I'm going to show you something if you want like a physical ship. If y'all like Lego, Lego's one of those best things that ever came out. Let's see if we can scrunch this together. So, again, I'll be talking about multiple things. It's not just going to be building models, but it's going to be talking about probably multiple things. Go through fine. I should do it. Okay. And what I'm doing here is, I wish I had more of these reverse pliers, or at least something to hold it down, is I have to use tape. Now again, I'll just go over it again with just spray paint, and if I cover up the red ones here, I'll just repaint them. That's fine. I did that once before on the NXO one. I can do it again. So now again, all these shows have really, really good themes. I have not, except for Voyager, not Voyager, Discovery. I have not listened to that one. I skipped past that one those times I did watch it. So I can't say much about that one. TOS, I actually can't say much about that. When I first heard it, I was like, "What is this? This does not sound like Star Trek." Because I grew up on TNG, and that did not sound like anything. So Now, I won't name off the songs, but I will talk about the shows that they belong to. Uh, when I got into, I saw some people when they talked about Strange New Worlds. Like, unless I don't remember how it started, but when I first watched the show, I thought it was really, really good. The best part for me was when they got in contact, when they got into combat situations with the Gorn. Those were some of the best episodes. There were some good ones, I'll say. We in season 2, the whole musical thing was like, okay, I didn't realize we were doing Singing in the Rain here, or something like that. So, I should do it there. So I've gotten all the spots I need taped up, except for that area. But TNG was really, really good. Now, I will say that the actor for Pike, Anson Mount, definitely is doing a pretty good job as Pike. Again, this is my first time with Pike. I'm not sure if you count Into Darkness or the '09 film. But I thought the actor, Bruce Greenwood, I think it was, for Pike in the Kelvin movies, I thought he did a pretty good job. I like him as an actor. There. He actually voiced Batman in Under the Red Hood, which I thought was pretty good. So, he did a pretty good job, I'd say, as a Pike. Anson Mount's doing pretty good as Captain Pike. He definitely brings that optimism that he brings that kind of character drive, if you will. Like, when it's sure, when with scenes with him, it's pretty good. Like, he say, in some episodes with certain characters, he wants the best out of people. He wants the best out of certain members of his crew who are with him, and it does a really good job, even for the newbies, or even once he knows that they can do the job, he knows. So really good series, Strange New Worlds. I'm not sure when it's coming out. Season 3, Season 2 left us on a big cliffhanger. We'll see how Season 3 holds up. They gave us a few clips from 2 different parts. Now, the '09 film. Let's talk about this one, the '09 film. Now, I know people kind of... Well, to be honest, I don't know. I would recommend watching a retrospective on the '09 films. It's a very, very good It's a very, very good video on the TOS movies, TNG movies, and the '09 film, and the Kelvin first films. So we'll talk about those films. How do we want to talk about? To be honest, I haven't watched the '09 film that often, so it's a good movie. Honestly, when we first watched it, my dad's like, "That's Leonard Nimoy." I had no clue who Leonard Nimoy is until I didn't even know there was a I didn't know who Leonard Nimoy is. I didn't know what Star Trek the original series was. I only knew of TNG, and that's about it. So what I heard is that when he was asked to do this, I think he was excited to do it, and even the actor for Spock, like, they both got along really, really well. So he had a big role in that film in the story department, in terms of how the story went. It was pretty good, and looking back on it now, like, being able to have connections between the Kelvin verse and the TOS verse, it's really, really it's really, really nice, honestly. I like it. And he didn't play much of a prominent role in Star Trek Into Darkness. I mean, well, the prominent role he did play in was his knowledge on the movie's villain, Khan Noonien Singh. So, I know people say that Into Darkness and The Wrath of Khan basically are the same movie, just in different ways, but they're the same movie. And I really don't care. It's a good movie. I got nothing bad to say about it. If you go into it just not willing to nitpick, but just willing to like it, obviously something's gonna be in the back of your head, but if you can just leave those things off to the side, it's a really, really good movie. Beyond is, again, it's one of my favorites. That one, it's mainly when I first saw it, I was like, wow, older Kirk. he didn't look so young. I mean, it's nice. It was nice to see a change of face for Chris Pine. Just seeing an older version of himself really lent itself well to the film. So, not to mention the USS Franklin added, like, that whole everything in that film was really, really good. Ooh. I'm just gonna. I skipped that song. That was from Star Trek Enterprise. Not that one. The one before it. It was the theme of the show. I decided to skip it just in case they were gonna get me on that. YouTube. So I decided to skip it. But beyond, the more I got older, the more I kind of had empathy for Kirk. Oh, he talked about how the same day was just rolling in, kind of in the sense that every day, every mission was just rolling into one day. Each day rolled into itself. And I really got that in the later part of high school, kind of at the tail end. I mean, and not to mention, like, just the entire movie for me was just really, really good. And if you've watched the TNG movies, they take a little bit of inspiration from Generations. Go and watch those movies. If you ever watch those TNG movies, they're really, really good. If you can just leave everything aside on, say, like, TOS or TNG or the Kelvin verse movies, if you could leave a lot of things aside, they're really, really good movies. Got nothing bad to say about them. I really don't complain much about... I try not to complain as much, I should say. I try not to complain. They're good movies. So, again, all those movies are really, really good. I'd probably say, like, these ones are my preferred ones over the other ones. So... next video we'll probably be talking about that one. Doing more of the sausage section. I'm gonna wait for a day for it to all dry up because I don't want to take the chance of taking the tape off right now and everything. But while we're on the subject of ships, Which one is it? Is it this one? Nope. Now, I'll talk to you guys about Lego Star Trek ships. I'll have to turn my computer so I can see it. And I'm just gonna pull the table forward closer to me so I can reach it. No. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. Legos. Why? Computer stuff. Here we go. Now, I won't name off this particular person's music. I'm not going to talk about any of the music. I'm not going to label anything. Most of you can already figure that out. Again, I'll put a playlist, not in the description. I'll put it in a pin. I'll put it in a comment, and that way, if you guys want to, you guys can click on that, go watch it, or it's a popular. When I first started, it didn't. I was like, we'll just put it out there. It was on Spotify. So when I created it, I wanted a Star Trek playlist. Here we are. And when I created it, when did I create it? I think it was after season 3 of Picard had aired, sometime after that. Maybe it was before, but I've had it for about 2 years or so, maybe a year and a half, but around 2 years. And people have liked it. I remember seeing it's like, holy cow, people like it. And that warmed my heart, is because there are people who probably want a playlist of Star Trek. Maybe they just don't know, it's like, maybe they don't know how to put one together, if you will. Maybe they do, they just don't want to go through the hassle of it. So, who knows what that reason is. So, and it warmed my heart to see that there are people who saved that playlist. Like, they could have saved any other playlist, but I don't know. I don't know why mine. But it's a really, really good playlist, and I'll put it in a pinned comment if y'all want to check it out on Spotify. If you have Spotify, so what's next? I'm really excited to show you guys this here, and I'll tell you about it. 3s. And that's the thing with Legos, is that you can build anything. If you look up online, you probably found a ton of Lego Star Trek ships, I should say. About people building big ones, big elaborate ones, and sometimes you don't have the parts for that. And what this guy came up with were small ones, just small ones, desktop ones, basically. Okay. So I'm trying not to go into detail on. I'm trying not to go that far into it because I really, really want to show you. But obviously, the Star Trek starships. That's done here. And what's nice about that is that you can bring it with you wherever you want. You can take this little ship wherever you want and just have it. I've been bagging them up just because I need just wanted to put some space for new models. Okay. So, probably after I talk about a little bit of this and then show you it, I'll probably be done with it. Probably be done with this video. Oh, come on, where'd he go? Oh. There we go. So I showed you models of ones that I'm gonna do after these ones are done. We'll do cars next. Do the Charger next. We'll do the B-25 Mitchell for the in honor of the Doolittle Raiders, and then we'll figure out which ones we want to do next of the 4 models. Now, thankfully, this Charger here isn't that complicated, although the Impala 67 Impala SS, a Supernatural Impala, both 67 Impalas, and the Hudson Hornet are going to be difficult just because of the small details and interior pieces, as well as the engine. Oh, goodness gracious! Sometimes I get bored. I get antsy when I do some of those. There we go. So, but they'll get done when they get done. I try not to. I don't want to get burnt out of this because I love doing this. I really do. And I think that's what a lot of YouTubers feel. And maybe I'm feeling this too. Well, in the sense of of losing passion for something, whether you're talking about it on YouTube or just in general, like a hobby that you have passion for, but it's like I don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose that part of yourself. Because in the center there. So I think that's what happened. Is when I was working on the D50 model. Is that, well, also with work, I was getting, I didn't want to do anything. Does that go? That goes right there. So, getting back into it has been a little bit better. And doing this a little bit more consistently definitely helps with that. So, hopefully doing this on a semi-consistent basis will help me out in the long run. Help me out a little bit. Does that go? That guy goes there. Okay. That's done. That guy goes right there. So, you probably might look up something from the first video on what this is. So, all right, I'm trying to say something here. I'm trying to talk while I do this, and just trying to at least give some content to this. I need a pie piece there. So, yeah, it's just sometimes it's difficult when you're trying to do a job and a hobby at the same time. And for me, I discovered nighttime. In fact, it's actually 12 a.m. in the morning. I was doing a couple other things like moving videos from the phone. They're off the phone now. They're on a hard drive. So that helps. That way I can have space on the phone here instead of having a time limit. What page was next? Okay, what's that? These here. How do these guys do? You want 4 of those? You want 4 of these? It's when you're dealing with tiny models that's sometimes a pain in the butt. Because you have to look, because I'm constantly looking back and forth between the computer and the set here. Now, this is not an official set by any means. Again, fans have made models over the years, so this is nothing new. However, it's a little different than those bigger models or those even micro models. Not that I'm against them, but this model just it balances between micro and medium and big, or micro and big. Micros are tiny small now, and it balances it between mini and big, and it does it really, really well. There we go. So you'll probably skip to the end of this just to see the model. That's fine. But if you want me to announce what the next Lego model I'll be building, you can probably tell already, but if you want me to tell you in the next video before I start building, put it in the comment and I'll do just that. It's like, hey, I'm building this model, I'm building that model. I need those. So if you're tired of the suspense here, it's like, what is the model or something, go ahead and put it in the comment and I will tell you when we start building it. It's all Lego. Sometimes these pieces, even with fingernails, are hard to pick up. Okay, there's another good one. First Contact. I believe that one was written by Jonathan Frakes. People say that is the best Star Trek movie ever. I ain't gonna complain. So, first one with the E, with the Enterprise E. Very, very, very sleek starship. It's really, really cool one. It's the Sovereign class, while the Galaxy class is definitely iconic. The Enterprise E, you could say, is iconic for those movies. The Enterprise D is iconic for TNG show. The Enterprise E is iconic for the TNG movies. Okay. Oh, here we go. And these little ships are very, very fun models. That's all I got about. Now, buying them can maybe be a pain in the hind end. I'm gonna tell you, I bought all my pieces from Bricklink, so no surprise there. You just gotta wait a while. If those of you who have bought stuff from Bricklink, can be waiting a while. I have definitely. Suspense was torturous. I should say. It's like, when are they gonna come? I'd be looking in the mail. It's like, are they here? They here? What? And whenever they come, I'd always leave a good review for the person who sold me the parts. Got it. And there. Okay, we're almost done here. Almost done with that, done with that. Now, for those of you who are definitely looking for a Star Trek model, I do highly recommend this person who built these models. Because his building is definitely fantastic. You look up Lego Star Trek starships or Lego Star Trek ships. He'll probably be the one that'll pop up. It's 26, 27, 8. That might be 2 of those. 2 of those. On each side. That's a good movie. Motion picture. Hopefully I don't get flagged for any of this stuff. I don't think anyone wants to get flagged from YouTube over this. I certainly don't. And hopefully this is under the fair use law. I know people will call it the slow motion picture, but it's a good slow motion picture. All those wide shots of the Enterprise refit is just perfect. It's like just that scene itself, just that shot of the Enterprise refit is phenomenal. It's beautiful. I'll say that. It's beautiful. So, get that there. And we're almost done here. I don't need the instructions anymore, so I'll just grab them out, tiny Lego studs. I'll just start putting it together. Alrighty, finally we're almost done. Sometimes when it comes to building these things, like it takes so long, and yet tiny pieces, just the studs themselves are a pain in the hind end sometimes. We're just going back and forth. Sometimes you want paper instructions. Alright, I'm just gonna line her up. Now, again, if you want me to tell you what starship I'm building in the next video, or when I'm done with this model, I'll probably build it while I'm building this one. But here we are, the NX-01 in all her Lego glory. So the instructions, it gives you a stand for her, which I think is really, really nice. Oh, what was his name? Oh, what was his name? Give me a second here. I have to look him up. Okay, so the website, minitrekmox.com. That's who did it. That's who did these guys. And they're all reasonably priced. Just the instructions. That's it. Just the instructions. And he's got also within those instructions of how to order from Bricklink. Very, very easy. You go off that. You have no problem doing that. And he's got every starships, in fact. Let's go through some of these. He's got, as far as I can tell, every ship. Every ship, I assume. Just build it once and you're good. In the shop. He's also got bundles. You got advent calendars. You got gift cards. He's also got shuttles. If you guys love shuttles, I recommend you go find him. Again, he's got here. He's got the NX-01, the refit version from Star Trek Picard Season 3 at the museum. He's got the USS Enterprise from the TOS show, the refit/A, the Enterprise B, C, D, E, F, and G. He's got all the Enterprises. He's got DS9 Space Station. He's got the Rio Grande Runabout, USS Defiant, Maquis Raider ship, Voyager, a Delta Flyer, USS Reliant from The Wrath of Khan. He's got Earth Space Dock from those movies, from the TOS movies. He's got the USS Excelsior, Grissom, the Stargazer. This particular Stargazer, he's got two Stargazers. This Stargazer was from, you can see it in the Fleet Museum, was in Star Trek TNG show. It's the Next Generation show. You got the USS Sutherland, the Thunderchild. Was it meant to be Thundercloud? I don't remember. It's Thunderchild. The Budapest, Jaeger, Alpaca, the Centaur, and USS Resolute. So they can be made into two. That one can be made into two models. I mean, same model, but he also gives it two faceplate stickers. One for this name, one for that name. Prometheus, which I believe was in Voyager. The Equinox, maybe that one was in the Voyager. The Shenzhou from Discovery. USS Discovery and its refit. Starbase 1 from Strange New Worlds. The Enterprise from Strange New Worlds. The Farragut from Strange New Worlds. The La Sirena from the Star Trek Picard Seasons 1 and 2. The Zheng He, I'm not sure what that one was from. Maybe Discovery. And the USS Stargazer from Picard Season 2. We're going to go through the list here. The Excelsior from Picard Season 3. The SS Ilios 12 from Picard Season 3. Space Dock 2, also from Picard Season 3. Ethan Prime, Picard Season 3. The Intrepid, Season 3 as well, Picard. Cerritos from Lower Decks. USS Titan, I believe, from also Lower Decks. Vancouver, I don't know what that is from. The USS Protostar, that is from Prodigy, I believe. And then we have the USS Enterprise, just a little schooner boat. A throwback to Generations when they were on the holodeck. The USS Enterprise CVN-65, which I believe is from Star Trek The Voyage Home when they go back in time. Different space shuttles. Enterprise Space Shuttle, OV-101 and OV-165. I'm not sure what 165 that one. Looks like a futuristic space shuttle. He's got the Enterprise XCV-330, which is a piece of concept art for Star Trek. You can also see that in Archer's cabin as a painting, as a sketch. You can also see it on Admiral Marcus's desk in Into Darkness. The Phoenix, which is from Star Trek First Contact, which can also be seen in Into Darkness on Marcus's desk. Admiral Marcus, that is. And you've got First Contact ships. You got Vulcan ships, Andorian, Tellarite, Klingon D7. You have a Klingon Bird of Prey. A couple of Klingon cruisers. You have a Bird of Prey. Scout Ship, Warbird, you got Ferengi, Cardassian, Jem'Hadar ships, you've got Kazon Raider, Species 8472 from Voyager. That was an interesting one. I'd have to go back and watch that, but it was a pretty cool one when I first watched it. It's like, wow, something to take out the Borg. And you've also got the Borg Sphere. Again, these are all instructions. A Borg cube with a sphere. You've also got a Sona Collector and Flagship. That's all one model. The Scimitar, the Sona Collector and ship, whatever, is from Insurrection, Star Trek Insurrection. The Scimitar was the fourth movie of TNG. What was it? Nemesis. Star Trek Nemesis. That was the fourth and final movie. The Shrike from Season 3 Picard. And then here we have the Kelvin verse, which consists of the Enterprise, the Kelvin, the Jellyfish, the Vengeance, Franklin, and then the last two starships he's got are from the episode All Good Things. I believe it is. Unless it's not that one. I could be wrong. But it's the USS Enterprise D refit from All Good Things, as well as the USS Pasteur. I believe that one also comes from All Good Things. That's the ending of TNG, and I think Season 7. Let me turn this down here. Again, he's got tons of starships here. He's got the bundles of everything. I think we'll run through a couple of those. We'll run through some bundles. He's got the complete collection, which he has 80 models. He's got the Fleet Museum. It's a starter pack, 16 models. The Legacy, Enterprise Legacy, 9 models. He's got DS9 and Voyager bundle, 6 models. Original Films bundle, that's 4 models. Ships of the Line bundle. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, but that's 9 models. Strange New Worlds and Discoveries, 5 models. 25th Century, that's 8 models. Animated Star Trek, that's got 4. We have and then there's the Enterprise History, that's 5 models. Founding the Federation, that's 5 models as well. Klingon Empire has 4. Romulan has 4 as well. Galactic Foes has 5. Villainous Vessels has 4. Kelvin Timeline, 5. All Good Things. So yeah, the Pasteur is from All Good Things. All Good Things, obviously 2 models. Again, you can get these in bundles or individuals. Now, I'm just pointing this out to you guys. If you love Star Trek and you love Legos, this is your thing. This is your jam, I would say. Unless you love creating bigger models. Now, we're going to go into the shells. He's got Wave 1 and Wave 2, both 4 models. We've got the Galileo from the TOS show. We have the Magellan, which is from TNG show. We have the Cochrane from Voyager. We have Shuttlepod 1, which I was really excited for this, from Star Trek Enterprise. That was a fun one to find out. Again, that's Wave 1. Wave 2 consists of, again, the Galileo from Strange New Worlds. The Yosemite also from... Oh, it's not from that. It's from Lower Decks, actually. The Yosemite is from Lower Decks. I apologize. We have the Savick. It made a brief appearance in the 2nd season of Picard, as I'm reading here. And then we have the UFP-47 from Star Trek Discovery. So it's got most of the models that you'd want. Again, these are it's a really, really good, great place if you want like a Star Trek ship in Lego form. Bricklink is the place he uses to buy his stuff. We'll be done after this here soon. Advent calendar. It's just something small. I think it's got around 25. It's just micro fighters of the thing. Again, really good place for Star Trek models. For like whatever you want, shuttles, starships, anything, what you can think of at least. He does a poll once. He did a poll once. I think it just takes a while for him to come up with things. It could also be funds. I know funds is usually a big thing when you're creating something new. Like, it takes time. It takes like building stuff or building other things. And he's done revisions of a couple of ships. I've got a couple of those when I do build it. I think tomorrow or whenever, I'll definitely build the next ship. Obviously, I'm building the TOS Enterprise. I have that TOS Enterprise Lego model. I'll be building that next. So I guess I just answered that last question if you want me to tell you. So I am telling you, I'm building that next. So, and that's the other starship we'll be building. Next, we're gonna be moving on to cars. So, hopefully this all has been fun for people who do watch. Please leave any comments, leave a like, subscribe. I'm trying to be a little bit consistent, but that's a little tough. But that's it. Hopefully y'all had a fun time watching this or so. Maybe you probably fast forward, that's okay. Sorry I didn't get to move on to more of this. It was really quite a shock to see that I pushed in one part. It's like, crap. It really sucked. It really did. But again, if you are doing something like this, you're either you're on my level or starting out or better than me. So, pause this here. Okay, let's get there. We're gonna close this up. So, again, leave your thoughts and comments in below. Leave a like, subscribe, do all those kind of YouTube things, I guess. And please enjoy. That's all I want for you guys, is just to enjoy what I'm hoping to give you is just something to like listen in the background or just watch and do something else at the same time. That is my hope. If you want me to talk about something else, I'll see if I can. Again, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Do all the YouTube stuff. Alright. Peace.